Hey guys, so as I'm sure you can see, there are a lot of candles here. It's actually only March 27th, and I had to split this Empties into two parts because it was just too much. I was going through my bag of Empties yesterday, and between the vendor wax that I have and the candles, the video was either going to be like an hour long, or I wouldn't have been able to talk about everything because it was just too much, and I didn't want to rush through because I know most of my videos, if you guys watch my channel, you know this, are, most of my videos are hauls, and really the only time I do reviews is in my Empties. Although that's going to be changing because I am going to do like a vendor wax recap on some new vendors I've purchased from that you've seen videos of, to let you guys know how their wax is doing, how I like it. I'm sorry, it's shaking. Gatsby's running around. Let you guys know how I liked it and how the performance was without having to wait for an Empties video. So I am going to try to do more reviews like that, but for now I have this massive pile of Empties, and the reason it's like this is because, well, two parts. One, we did move from our guest house into the main house today. Actually, I'm looking at my guest house right now because I'm standing in my kitchen, which opens up to my family room, which is all like windows. It's all like window doors instead of walls because it walks out to the pool. And then the guest house is like right there. So I'm actually like literally looking right at it. And if you hear any background noise, one, Gatsby's running around like a lunatic, and two, it is pouring rain, like pouring rain. I kind of hope you can hear that in the video because I find the sound of rain really soothing and comforting, and it's making me feel really relaxed right now. And I'm standing underneath my sunroof, so the rain is coming like right down on the glass or whatever it is there. So anyway, I'm sure you can probably hear it. So because we moved from the guest house to our main house, I had a lot of candles, like for example these two right here, that were like at the halfway point or a little bit lower. So the last week in the guest house, I really tried to make sure I was burning them every day because I didn't want to carry like half burnt candles in here. I just wanted to start fresh. So I really wanted to finish a lot of candles in there instead of bringing them over, and I could just bring them over in an Empties bag. And then the other candles were when I was unpacking boxes and organizing my candle closet. I found a lot of candles that were like half empty or like 2/3 empty, and I'm like, ugh, and they weren't candles I was necessarily hoarding, so I left them in my kitchen because I wanted to just burn through them as soon as I could, because it's kind of like why I have these empty candles here. Sorry if I get quiet, it's because Gatsby is being a little lunatic, and I'm sure he's chewing something he shouldn't be chewing. I have a giant mug of coffee because it is Monday morning and I need it. Ice as always. So, and then the wax. The wax is like older wax, and again, like I said in my March melting basket, I really tried to go through those, the clamshells and things that had like one piece left. So I'm actually proud of myself, and you'll see in the Empties part 2 when I get to more of the like vendor wax. I really did get through a lot of one piece of wax left and bags with one piece. Like, I'm proud of myself. I did really well on that. So anyway, let's get into it now that I've babbled on enough. So we're going to start with the clamshell. So this is clams and candles, if you couldn't tell already. I'm sure I'll write that in the description. So let's start with this melt cup. So when we first moved in here, it really still smelled like paint and everything like that. And I had a couple of melt cups. I think I only have one more. And I really wanted to melt this one because it was super fresh and like refreshing smelling. It's almost like a citrusy soap. It really smells like, you know those like decorative soaps like your grandma would have in her soap dish that were like little flowers, and they were like a pastel-y color, and they would be in a little round dish in her bathroom, and they smelled like sweet but like lightly citrusy? That's exactly what this smelled like. But sometimes I really do like a soapy scent. It depends on the type of soapy note. Sometimes I can like but most of the time I kind of do like it. Soapiness is one of those scents where it's kind of like, I don't go out of my way for it, but if I find myself with it, I'll still melt it and I'll probably still enjoy it, but it's not like one of my favorites, but I don't hate it. I actually really like this. When it was warm, the soapiness kind of took a back seat, and it was just a really fresh, watery type of note, and it was crazy strong. So I had this in my centerpiece in the front entry, which is 2 stories tall. It's really high ceilings. It goes all the way up to the 2nd floor, and it's a really big front entry, so it's very open. And this wafted like into the kitchen, into the hallway, all the way up to the top floor. I mean, it was really strong, and it lasted, I think, 5 days. 5 days, maybe 6. It lasted a really long time though. I was really impressed with this particular melt cup, and I would purchase it again. So that was the Yankee Candle centerpiece in April Showers. I don't think I said the name, but it was April Showers. So next I'm throwing this out because it just doesn't have scent anymore. This is from Michaels, and I did buy this right around this time last year because springtime last year, there were 2 things I really loved. Well, I really loved rose jam, which really got me into lemon. So I was really loving like rose and rose jam mixed with bakery, tea and cakes, and lemon bakery. And as you can see, I didn't finish this one. I had gotten into summer scents and put this aside for this year, like for a year later, to melt with bakery for that like pink petal tea cake type of note. And when I smelt this, it smells like plastic. It doesn't smell like rose. It smells really funky, and I don't know if it went bad or if it's just old and lost its scent, and maybe I'm smelling the plastic of the clamshells. I don't know, but if you have wax melts from Michaels, I would recommend using them as fast as you can and not like waiting around, because obviously they don't stay very long. They definitely don't make it a year. But this was a good performer. It was very strong. This was a nice sweet rose, not too grandma-ish, and it did blend really nicely with Vanilla Cookie Crunch. I did really enjoy the blend, even though it was a year ago and now it's garbage. So these next 2 are from the Bathing Garden. So we'll go through Tricky Banana Treats first, and I believe my friend Joanne sent me this one. And the scent notes are vanilla cupcake, banana, caramel, cinnamon, and cotton candy frosting. What impressed me about this one was it's not your Runts candy banana. This is a really gourmand, almost like if you've ever smelled like bananas flambe, like where they caramelize the banana in butter and brown sugar and they roast them. This was like a roasted bananas, like caramelized bananas type of scent. This was very gourmand, very caramel, very bakery with like a little bit of spice. If you like a burnt caramel type of scent, you would really enjoy this. It wasn't my favorite, but I think it's more just because it was out of season for me. I may feel differently had I melted this in the fall, but for whatever reason, I think it was just because I had like 2 cubes or like 3 cubes in here that it was just one of those ones that I didn't want sitting around because it was almost gone. So I didn't want to hoard it to the fall. I have so many fall wax melts from Vintage Chic because that was when I started buying from Kirby. And I bought her fall scents last fall, like anticipating saving them for this coming fall so they would have their year of cure time. So you're going to see like some fall melts in here, because if there was like 2 or 3 left, I kind of just wanted to use it up, because why hoard it for next fall when I literally have so much VCS for the fall? Like I just want to get rid of these like 2 or 3 like straggler pieces. So like I said, it was good. This was super strong. It was strong in a Glade warmer. It was strong in a 24-watt warmer. Performed so well, but just out of season for me. I probably would not repurchase this, and that's only because all of the Bathing Garden I've had, while there are some I like, for the most part, it's just a little too complex for me. And I feel like the Bathing Garden, every scent has a little bit of like a florally undertone, or she kind of like throws floral in there somehow, or there's like some weird note that just doesn't vibe with my nose. So my overwhelming response to the Bathing Garden is, in general, I'm not a fan. So even if there are a few scents that I like, I'm not going to purchase from her because I can't justify getting an order big enough, because it's just, I don't know. There are other vendors I like better. I don't dislike the Bathing Garden, just if I'm going to make an order, I'm going to stick with vendors I know I like more scents from, as opposed to like a couple things from the Bathing Garden just for the sake of trying the Bathing Garden. So the next one is Blueberry Mansion, and this is a perfect example. I loved this scent. This was amazing. This is blueberry, strawberry, vanilla, sweet sugar, and birthday cake. Now, if you like sweet candy berried or like a very sweet strawberry, you would love this one. It's so sweet, it's so creamy, it's so candy-ish. It's not a bakery fruity, it's just straight up like sweet, yummy fruity. The blueberry is not your deep, rich, gourmand blueberry. It's very much like, I want to say like blueberry gummy bears almost. Like it's like a candy blueberry, like a very bright, light, sweet scent. This is really nice for the spring, even though I'm pretty sure this is a Halloween scent, but I like the scent for the spring, and actually the color of the wax is like the exact color that my nail polish is right now. I love this one. So like I said, I would repurchase if I liked more from the Bathing Garden, but I just can't justify ordering for like 1 cent. And I don't really like her scrubs. My skin had a really bad reaction to them. So this is a great scent. If you're ordering from the Bathing Garden, I would say get this if you see it. But I wouldn't go out of my way for it. Actually, Kevin in an L said it perfectly. He was talking about I forgot which vendor, I think it might have been Rockets. And he was just saying, like, I like it, but I'm not going to order from them. Like, it's kind of run its course. Like, there's so many vendors out there, and, like, I totally got what he was saying. And I'm like, that's exactly how I feel. Like, there are some people, it's like for me, it's the Bathing Garden. Like, I'm glad I tried it, but it's kind of run its course. Like, I like it, but it's not my favorite. And, like, I would rather just spend my orders on other companies where I can get more and more of what I love, and they're staples for me, and they're things that I go back to. So that's kind of how I feel with that. So next are some Bath & Body Works clams, and I really like these. I have to say, these are super strong no matter what warmer I put them in. They do well in a low wattage warmer, they do well in high wattage, they do well in a tea light. Like, you can, to me, these are so no muss, no fuss. They're so easy. You pop them out. They're a little bit of a soft wax, so I mean, like, if you don't like that, these may be a little bit messy for you, but to me, they're easy enough. I don't even touch them with my hands. I literally just, if I can open this, I pop them out, like I push through the bottom like that, and I'll just like pop out the piece of wax directly into my warmer. I love them. They're super strong. This is Twisted Peppermint, and I mixed this with pink sugar, and then I just finished this one. I had 1 cube left, and I finished it the other day with a couple of lavender blends, and it's so nice. Twisted Peppermint from Bath & Body always like reminds me of Christmas, but I find that mixing this with either the Walmart pink sugar or like Vendor's pink sugar or Vendor's lavender, it really like tones down that like Christmassy note, and it just like lends a really soft peppermint background. It's just really, I really like them. I've never bought these full price. I think they are really overpriced. They're $4.50. But you can usually find these at semi-annual sale for like under $2 if you use a coupon and stuff. So that's when I would recommend getting these. I would not go out of my way for them, but I think they are a good product, and I really like them. And if you like Bath & Body Works scents, but you're over their candles, I would totally recommend buying their wax if you can get them for a sale and use a coupon for them, of course. But they are good performers, and it is a great way to experience the scent. To me, they're even stronger than their candles, because their candles can be a little lacking. This one is in pure white cotton, and again, beautiful, so strong, smells just like the candle, obviously. I love laundry scents, and I love like linen and cotton scents, so I love this one. I don't even think I mixed this. I think I just did it on its own, and then in another room, I had Country Lane Keepsakes line-dried cotton or sun-dried cotton, and it was beautiful. It just smelled like fresh, clean clothes, and it was really nice. All right, moving on. Some Walmart melts. So these are all Walmart here, so let's just do the 4 Walmart ones that I have. So this one I found when I was unpacking my wax closet, and I only had 1 left in here. And even though I'm over Lemon Bakery, I do love this one, and I would probably even repurchase it. I really like this. It's a really nice Lemon Bakery. I don't know, it's like zesty. It's more like lemon zest. Like if you're like zesting the lemon in the kitchen, like the skin of it, that's the type of lemon I get in here. It doesn't really smell artificial. It smells pretty much like a legit lemon zest. And then you get a really nice sugar cookie. It's not an overwhelmingly gourmand bakery. It's a nice soft sugar cookie. It's strong, but it's not too in your face strong, and it's just really nice. I just like this one. I don't remember, I think I actually melted this alongside like a lavender or fruity lavender blend. I don't exactly remember, but I did put this in my Yankee Candle centerpiece and put it in my front entry. And for scents that I'm like I like, but I'm not crazy about. I find putting them in a lower wattage warmer, so I get a softer, more background note of the scent, allows me to enjoy it. Whereas if it was in a stronger, higher wattage warmer and it was a stronger scent, I may not have enjoyed it so much. But putting this in the centerpiece in a larger room and just having this soft background, bright, zesty lemon, slightly bakery note was really pretty, and I really enjoyed it. So I do have, I think, 1 or 2 clamshells of this backup, and I would definitely repurchase. And I think it's a nice scent when you're cleaning or when you're having company over, because it's a pretty vanilla bakery with a little extra brightness from that lemon. And next is Savory Blackberry Cobbler. Holy shit, was this strong, but I did only melt this one in the guest house, so it may have just been because it was a smaller space. I only melted this in my 20-watt Glade warmer, and it like threw me out of that little house. Like, it took over everything. This was good. It's a really bright, zesty blackberry. Really tart, almost like candy-ish, really smells like the cooked filling of a pie. I liked it. I enjoyed it while it melted, but it's not a scent I would chase down and repurchase. It was almost like too strong, like I couldn't blend it with anything else. It was one of those scents where when I put this one on, I didn't like have anything else going. I think I did like a Southbound Soap Cinnamon Bakery in another room when I had this on. But regardless, like I liked it, I just didn't love it enough to buy more of it. But if you like those like tart, deep, rich, fruity scents, then I would recommend it. Next is Cider House Donuts. This is so upsetting because I love this scent. This really smells exactly like apple cider. Oh, it's so good. And then you get that like cinnamon sugar note. It's not bakery, it's just like cider and cinnamon sugar. Oh, it's so good. Unfortunately, it's like almost unscented. Like if this could throw like this, I would probably buy a whole sleeve of this. But unfortunately, even with 2 cubes in a 24-watt warmer, I just don't get enough from it. It's amazing in the fall. I had 1 cube left, and I was gonna save it for the fall. And then when I was unpacking everything, I was like, why am I holding on to 1? Like, this is so stupid. So I just popped it in a warmer in my laundry room, and it barely scented that tiny little room. So I'm glad I used it up. It's not even worth saving because it's just not strong enough. If it was strong, it'd be amazing. This is Serene Spa Resort. I love this one. This is sea salt greens, ozone floral, citrus, amber driftwood, and moss. This just smells like a really nice, slightly like peppery bike spa note. It's like a bit cologne-y, like you know when a men's cologne almost has like a peppery sort of undertone? I mean like black pepper, not pepper the vegetable, but like a little bit of a spiciness to it. That's exactly what this smells like a watery men's cologne with a slight spice undertone. It's really nice. It's just not one of those scents I could melt every day. It's sort of one of the ones I kind of have to be in the mood for. And again, this is super strong, so I do like to melt this in my Yankee centerpiece, a nice low wattage warmer, put it in a big room and let it be a soft background scent. But it's a really nice, like, fresh scent. Really beautiful for a cleaning day, really nice for a laundry room. I think I do have 1 or 2 backups of this, and I would probably repurchase it. Even though I don't love it enough to melt it every day, I think it's a good one to have on hand. All right, last 2 clams. So let's start with Poseidon, because this is a really weird scent. This is blue sugar, cotton candy, sea salt, and beechwood. And it's the mixture of like that beechwood and blue sugar that just can be a little funky for me. When I first melted it, like I liked it on cold when I first smelled it. And this is a really cool looking tart. Oh no!